Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. I want to answer the question, do I judge on how other people spend their money? Let's get started and talk about it. You guys know we have a great big financial community on YouTube. You have all different kinds of budgeting and finance channels, and they all may have a little different subject matter. Some talk more about budgeting, some do more food type videos, some investment. There's all different types, so there's something for everybody and at every level. I've noticed that many of the folks on my channel, I have some people that are kind of new to budgeting and are just kind of learning the ropes. And then I have some other folks that have, done it for a long time and can teach me a thing or two. So we've got such a wide variety. I really do believe it's important for us not to judge other people's situation for a variety of reasons. And I always say this. I know many times people will just say if somebody's struggling, they'll say, well, why don't they get a job? And they'll just say something of that nature. Well, why don't they cut back on this? I understand it's easy to do that, but this is what I always say to myself. Dawn, you're not walking in that person's shoes. You don't live in their life day to day. And one of my friends pointed out something to me. We were talking about budgeting, and she reminded me in a very kind way. She said, Dawn, you're at a different point than I am. Right now, I'm starting over. I'm rebuilding my life. So I'm not where you're at. We're all in a different place. And I think many times we spend so much of our time comparing ourselves to others rather than comparing ourselves to where we were. And sometimes we might take 10 steps forward and then we end up taking 5 steps back. And guess what? That's okay. Life happens sometimes when we're not making plans. For example, some people may have had something happen with their health. They may have lost a job. They may have had to move. Maybe they have taken in a parent, or I know of someone that had to have a family member move in with them, so that changed the dynamics. Anything can happen. I always believe there's ways to improve our situation. I say this all the time, and I kind of feel like I want this to be part of my tagline. There's always a way to save money. There's always a way to make money, no matter what. But we don't know each person's situation. For example, me, I have been blessed with good health, which I am so grateful for, and I am able to work and be able to do all the things. And I'm blessed to also be able to work from home, which I absolutely love working from home. Not everybody may have the same health or opportunities that I do. So I really am a big believer in just taking the small steps. That's why I want to be very cautious of me trying to, quote, give any advice. And that's why I always say this. I always have a lot to learn. I may give some little tips and suggestions, but when I put that out there, it's up to you if you feel like it's relevant to your life. You may not feel it is. And I always tell people it's good to really empathize and be more compassionate and realize where other people are coming from. And one thing I love to say is I know there are folks out there, and they may be very well-meaning, that like to tell people how to do things and what to do. I call it kind of people that sometimes act like they know everything. We know folks like that, and they may be very well-meaning. My question to them is, well, that's great you're giving all this advice, but if you're not paying my bills, guess what? I'll do me, you do you. That's another favorite thing I like to say. So I did want to bring this up because I think it's a good discussion, especially this type of year. We have people, and I can see it on this channel and lots of other channels, that some folks are just trying to make some simple changes. Some people are living on a really low budget and they're maybe looking for ways to make money. And some folks have a really great budget going and they have enough income, but they're just looking for ways to tweak it to live a better life. So there's always things that we can do to be better, but I always want to be an encouragement to you, and I hope that I am that. And the big thing I always ask is, have I walked a day in that person's shoes? I think that's one of the best things that I can teach myself, and it's all about the little baby steps. And I think it's really important to look at where we have come from and say, last year at this time, I only had $50 in savings. Now I have $500 in savings, and guess what? I've cut my grocery bill by $10 a week. It could be anything small. So that's my question for today. Do I judge what others do and how they spend their money? And you could ask yourself that same question as well if you'd like. That's all for now. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.